Hi health and natural parenting lovers, it's Fruity Mama Yulia here, and today we are going to talk about poops and pees and elimination communication. So first and foremost, I'd like to talk about our personal experience with it briefly. Eleni is 7.5 months old, our daughter Eleni, and I started seeing her pretty much right away. I heard about elimination communication. It seemed natural to do. I researched some information and hey, I'm up for trying new things that are going to help the baby and help me to bond with the baby. So I gave myself about 3 or 4 days after giving birth to just not even think about it, because of meconium and that was coming out, and just to make sure that Eleni latched on well and breastfeeding is going well. And then it was very natural for me to start doing elimination communication, and I was really surprised just how quickly it started progressing by itself, and how quickly it Eleni started giving me signs that she wanted to go to the toilet. And now we're at the stage where I catch most of Eleni's pees, most of Eleni's poops, and we are still using some diapers. She is totally diaper free at night, and I catch her pees, most of them. Sometimes we do have accidents, very rarely. And during the day she is without a nappy most of the time. We put a nappy on when we travel or when we go out, just for convenience, and even then we still try to catch most of her pees and poops. So these are the 3 nappies that we use. This one is Grow Baby, and it's organic cotton. It's a good one. We started using it right away, and I really like it. Now the thing is, it's Velcro, and now Eleni is at that stage when she just wants to liberate herself from a nappy, and she can just take it off. So that's kind of the downside, and you can also regulate it like this. When she was tiny, we brought it together, so it's a good one. The second one we use is Bam Genius, and this goes inside like this. And it's also Velcro. It's good, also good. We like it. The third one is pea pods, and these are, you can see, I like them for going out because they're quite fancy. They look quite fancy, and they're made out of bamboo. The downside of these pea pods is that they're not suitable for newborns because they're too big. So to begin with, now of course they're good for Eleni. So this is another type of nappy that we use. Okay, so on to elimination communication, and I'm going to give you a few tips that can help you get started and understand what it's all about. So elimination communication is a natural way of taking your baby to peeps and poos, and that in that way you develop a much stronger bond with the baby. So that's one of the benefits. And the second one is that they develop a much greater body awareness. Now, many people think that when you practice elimination communication, you shouldn't use any nappies at all. It's diaper-free baby also called this method. You shouldn't use any nappy at all. But that's not true. Okay, you can still use nappies. Some people practice elimination communication full time, and it doesn't mean that they never miss peeps of poops, but they will catch most of them and perhaps miss just some, very small amount. Then there are people who practice it part-time, so perhaps they work during the day and they will practice it in the evening or practice it in the morning for some part of the day. And then there'll be people who will do it occasionally, perhaps for an hour a day, or just catch 1 pee or poop a day in the morning, for instance. So, it doesn't have to be full-time. You can make it suit you personally. The upside I talked about, it does really bond you with your baby. You just develop this amazing connection. All of a sudden, without even looking at Eleni, sometimes I can feel, oh, she just wants to poop, or she just wants to pee. I need to take her to the wee. That connection becomes almost telepathic, very subtle, very gentle. The downside of elimination communication is that we are so busy in this modern world, and sometimes you feel so tired that you don't feel like practicing it. So I totally understand, there's no judgment whatsoever towards parents who decide not to practice it, because it can be too much. And at night we practice EC at night, and I'm going to give you some tips also on doing it at night. Most of the time it's all perfect, I catch it all. Sometimes I'm so tired, I can't even, it's like, yeah, okay, all right, I'm just gonna put you into a potty, I'm gonna put you, yes, I'll do it now, and I just can't lift myself out of bed. And so sure enough, we have an accident. So, you know, there is that to consider also. So, starting EC, my top tips, listen up. They're going to be good. First of all, you want to prepare your house for EC in your baby. If you've got white carpets, perhaps it's a good idea to remove them or cover them with something where your baby can peep or poop, because you will have misses. EC is not about not having misses at all. So it may happen, so it's good to just be prepared, prepare your house for it. The second tip is start observing your baby. Babies are very, very good at giving you cues. So start observing your baby. When does he or she peep or poop mostly? Is it as soon as they wake up, which is the case with Eleni? She wakes up, I put her on my breast, I put a potty under her, and she wees and she poops. And then I know in the morning, for example, she pees much more frequently than during the daytime or during the evening. During the night time, she wakes up about 2 to 3 times, sometimes more. She's teething. This is my teething necklace for Eleni. I like it myself, and it's good for her. She can chew on it. So sometimes she's teething. She can wake up 5 times a night. Either I go to the bathroom with her and I do my own business, because I eat a very water-rich, fruit-based, low-fat, raw vegan diet. You know, it's abundant in water, it's very hydrating, so I do have to go and do my own business at night. So I take her together with me and we do it together. How wonderful is that? Or I put a potty under her, I breastfeed her with my eyes closed. It's actually, I think it's so easy doing it at night for me, for as long as you are not shattered, because then you just don't feel like doing anything. Now, okay. So that's with regards to starting. Now let's talk about cueing your baby. And the question to ask here, how does she or he behave just before peeping or pooping? And look for signs. For example, does your baby start kicking legs, which is something that Eleni does? Does your baby become quiet? All of a sudden he or she becomes quiet and distant. And then the next moment you hear a big blowout. So that's a good time, like, oh, my baby, oh, wow, she's so quiet, or he's so quiet. So kind of like just drifting. So I better put him or her on the potty. Does she or he pass gas? So that's another sign. Or you hear the belly rumbling, or you just see your baby being unsettled. So there will be certain signs that your baby will give you before pooping or peeping. So when the baby gives you those signs, take him or her and just hold your baby. Okay, so over a potty, over a toilet, or over a sink, which is something that I was doing, because when Eleni was so small, it wasn't I just didn't find it comfortable holding her over toilets, because I felt a little bit insecure. So it was much more, I felt much better about holding her over a sink. Okay, so you hold your baby and then you give this universal sign called psst, and your baby peeps or poops. So some people have different, they vocalize pooping differently. They'll go, Arr! For example. But personally we don't do it. She knows that psst means toilet. So she will do whatever she needs to do. Okay, so you just go along with your instincts, and actually you can create your own any sign that your baby will interpret as it's toilet time, it's bathroom time. And there are certain times when babies are more likely to go to the toilet. For example, as soon as they have woken up in the morning, that's all guaranteed that your baby will go to peep or perhaps poop. Then before a nap or after a nap, as soon as they wake up, just take your baby on a potty. Even if you catch just that one peep, it's still good. And then before going to bed, and then also when you change a diaper, or when you leave, when you go out, and when you come back home. So you come back home, babies usually peep. With regards to traveling, we put a nappy on, but in the meantime, I will always just take her to toilets. If we're flying on plane, I will take her to the toilet, I will hold her and she will do her peep. And you will notice that they become better and better at holding their peeps and poops and actually waiting until you take them to the toilet. So elimination communication, I believe, is an important part in child's development and also in creating that bond between the parent and the child. So even if you do just a little bit, it's still good. You know, you'll still feel more connected to your baby. Okay, so did you like these tips? If you did, please like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're a parent, I cannot tell you just how much eating a raw fruit-based lifestyle is going to benefit you, because it's going to give you energy, clarity of mind, it's going to keep you slim, trim, and if you're mother and you're breastfeeding, it is so vital to have quality of milk. Breastfeeding by itself is not the only answer. The quality of milk matters so much. So if your milk is full of nutrients, if you're eating a nutrient-rich diet of fresh fruits and vegetables, then it is going to benefit your child tremendously. So if you would like to find out more, feel free to visit our website at www.rossomhealthy.com. Grab yourself a free, getting really big here. Grab yourself a free 5-day raw food diet kickstart menu plan to discover what you can eat on this lifestyle. Again, thanks for watching this video. Eat sweet, be fit, enjoy your time with your child, and we'll see you again in our next video. Ciao for now.